Everybody who's already joined, Darla is the EVP of culture, People Operations and Culture. This is the end of your second week, right?
Yes. Yeah, I've been here for officially 10 days now.
10, oh yeah,
10 business days.
Can we get a hair flip a little bit? Because your hair is looking amazing today.
Thank you. You know, I can't wear my hair straight in Atlanta because of all the humidity. So, you know, I guess I have to wear it here straight.
So when so we have Darla on today. Well, as people come in, it's just now turning noon. So here on the East Coast, it's just now noon, but where you are, it's 9 a.m. You're on the West Coast. So we're covering both sides of the world today, or not the world, the country.
Spreading happiness all the way across the United States.
Sending you love.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about working with Darla. She makes me feel amazing. Since the moment we met, she was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, good, this is it. So I feel like we're already a great team. Let's see, Danae said, you look beautiful. She said, hey, Darla, you look beautiful. So that's Danae.
Hey, Danae, thank you.
Anybody else? What are the plans you got for Friday? Welcome on, everybody. Sarah Rodriguez already said, you're a pleasure to work with. Yesterday on Mission Mentor with Suha, I said, you're such a pleasure. And then I wanted to like gouge out my eye immediately. I was like, what a dude thing to say. Like, you're such a pleasure to work with.
You are. I totally enjoy working with all of you guys. Everyone's been so welcoming and helpful. And that makes, you know, it easier for me, right?
Right. So thank you, Darla, for agreeing to do this idea that I had of having you on to introduce you to the whole company. I'm just wrapping up. I sent out a little reminder because I want everybody to meet you and get to hear the wonderful things that we have in store. So in the meantime, we're going to give this a few more minutes. So as people log on, this is the last few days of the month, which typically means that everybody is super busy, but we appreciate all the work that everybody does. And this will go out to the company with a link to watch it on YouTube. I feel weird not having LA on with me today. So everybody needs to know I feel like I'm missing my partner in crime. LA, if you're watching, I miss you. But I'm so glad to be here with you, Darla. And I have so many plans for this weekend, but I want to hear about y'all. Do y'all have any plans? Can you give us a little chat? Today, we're gonna want a lot of chat. We're gonna want a lot of involvement. We want you to give us some real thoughts and feedback, because Darla and I have come up with a cool idea of what we're going to do today. So just to get some feedback. But in the first place, I want to know what's some plans y'all got going on. I am meeting with a personal trainer tomorrow. I'm very excited about that at 7:30 in the morning. It's hard for me, but I can do it. I'm not a morning person. And then I'm going shopping with my mom. I'm going on a date. I'll get all I'm dating.
Fun.
But I'm not seeing any chat. No chats. Come on, people. Let's know. How is it going? I want to know. I'm nosy. Eddie called me last night and I could hear him driving. I literally said, where are you going? Oh, Sandra's looking for houses this weekend. Good luck. Good luck. Anything specific? What specifically you're looking for? What's that one thing that's going to make your house you're going to know it's your house when you see it? I'm curious. I'll wait for Sandra to...
Maybe a pool?
Yeah. She said, John said, hopefully he's fixing his parking brake on his car. You kind of need that. Yes, you do. Okay, Sandra said a nice backyard with a pool. And John, you definitely need your brakes. Otherwise, you're just going to Thelma and Louise it off the coast, you know. I think for me, I need, for my perfect house, I need lots of windows. I need a lot of light. I just love having light. So a pool isn't necessarily a necessity for me, but lots of lights are.
Windows and lights would be good. Windows and a pool.
Pool. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna, a pool is great. So Todd is watching some football and catching up with old friends. That sounds wonderful. I am moving from my house that has windows. So Sandra and I are on the opposite side of things. Yeah. But she said that they have a very small backyard. Well, so big backyard, big pool. We're gonna claim it. You're getting it. You're gonna find it this weekend. You're finding your dream home. Show the way to your own home.
Manifest it.
There's a few more. We're gonna give it a few more minutes before we get started. I mean, like literally a minute. We usually get started at 12:05, or in your case, 9:05. I love the difference. I'm gonna keep talking about the difference in time because that's important.
You'll get it down pretty soon.
I know. I'm like, wait, hold on. What time are you? I was like, I need you to get on at 11:30. What time?
I know. 3 hours behind. Ooh, who's at 6:00?
Wait, 6:05. Where are you at?
Where's at 6:05 right now? Yeah.
Adrian, where are you?
Hawaii, maybe?
Oh yeah, Hawaii. Okay, well, we're gonna go visit, right, Darla? We're visiting you, Adrian.
Is Adrian in Hawaii? Is that where it's at?
That's what he said.
I want to
yeah,
say they're a couple hours behind. Yeah, lucky.
Going to a Luke Bryan concert. That sounds awesome. He just was. I think he's going to be on The Voice with Kelly Clarkson. He's going to be whatever. If y'all watch The Voice, I don't know, but I just saw that. I'm working out in the morning at Psych Mode and Shakira's grandbaby's birthday party. Aw, happy birthday to Shakira's grandbaby. And also, Danae, what time are you going? Because I'm going to work out 7:30, which is really a commitment for me. I'm just saying, it's a big deal. I don't like to do anything before 9 a.m., especially on a weekend.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not a morning person. I can stay up like until like 3 a.m. and be like, you know, but just I'm no good before 9 a.m. I feel. But it's important to know these things. It's just important to, well, yeah, you're like up at 6:30, right?
Yeah. I will make sure that I don't reach out to you before 9 o'clock in the morning.
No, you can. It's just, you know, it might be a little slower to respond. But so Danae said that she's got it at 8 a.m. It's her workout organization that she does on the side. This is their first year event. This is their first event for the year. Danae, proud of you. That is so awesome. Congrats. I hope that it goes I hope it's so successful. We're going to claim that for you as well. So welcome everybody. We're going to get started now. We're going to get it going. Welcome to Empower Hour Live. It is Friday, August 28th?
27th.
27th. I don't even know the date. Okay, let's do that again. Take two. This is where we'll start the recording. Take two. Welcome on, everybody. It's Empower Hour Live. Today is Friday, August 27th. I almost said it again. Anyway, we've got Darla on today. Darla is the EVP of People Operations and Culture. You are 10 days in now, which some of us have already learned. So boom, welcome on, Darla. This is The Dish with Darla. So first off, we're going to say Darla and I want participation today. We really want some real feedback. We really want questions and ideas and anything you think of at any given time, just put it in the chat. We want, it'll make sense as we go along, but just be thinking about culture, where you want it to go, some things, some ideas you have, you know, things that we can, some feedback. This is a real chance for us to put some feedback, and Darla's given us the dish, which is, she's going to tell us what's going on right now. What is People Operations? Who are you? And all of these things. So we're so excited to have Darla on. I've been working with her since she started 10 days ago. I absolutely love Darla already. You are based out of where?
I am based out of Eugene, Oregon, which is on the other side of the United States. Home of the Ducks. University of Oregon is where Eugene is located.
And you and Fraser
don't really know.
You and Fraser have that in common.
Yeah, Fraser went to University of Oregon, and his story and how he got there is very similar to my story with how I got here for my daughter. His mom kind of did the same type of sacrifices for him as well. So that was really cool to kind of have that, you know, in common together. So yeah, I'm in Oregon right now. The weather's overcast as usual. Usually it's overcast most of the year. And yeah, but I work East Coast hours. So, you know, if anyone has questions and they're on the East Coast, I am working at 8 in the morning your time, 8:30 your time. And so I'm here to support all of you guys, answer any questions that you guys might have. I have an open door policy, but I'm not physically there, so I guess it's a virtual open door policy. And I just really want to be able to hear from our family, our EPM family, and with the company growing and there being a lot of changes and a lot of changes within the HR department, I just want to reassure everybody that we're here to really make some positive changes, to help you guys work smarter and not harder. So part of people operations is automating processes and procedures, and really helping everyone be able to come together and just grow our culture, grow our family, grow our trust, and our openness for one another. And respect is very important. Teamwork, collaboration. And so my goal, at least being here in this position, is to create happiness, generate happiness and culture, and how we can, make our company in the top 10, right? That's like one of our goals. So I'm really excited. I think that we have a lot of great ideas. Blaine is awesome. I'm really excited to work with Blaine too on the culture side, and just to really take our company to the next level.
That is what I feel. I literally feel like we are entering a new era. There has been so much tremendous growth that EPM has seen over the last few years, even before I came on, and just looking at the numbers and all of these things, it's like, wow, it's just blown up number-wise, employee-wise over the last few years. So I think we are just at this awesome opportunity where we get to kind of lift everybody up and all get to really connect. And that's, I know when we were meeting, that was both of our goals. That's both of our goals, right? Is to get this huge synergy across the whole nation. We want to make it national. We want, not to make people feel like they have to show up, but that they want to show up and that they want to do the job and they want to do it smarter, right? Be effective.
Exactly.
As Janine Driver says to us, do you want to be right or do you want to be effective? And we want to be effective. So
exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Darla, for being on again. I'm going to get a little bit more comfortable in the new office space. So let's get into it. All right. So if you have any questions for Darla, or if you have any ideas, please, again, throw them in the chat. No idea is too small. No idea is wrong or right. Like, we want to hear it all. We will take this and then we will disseminate it. So we have the first one here. Is, can we create a cookbook where employees submit recipes? Great idea. I'm going to write it down.
I'm writing it down too. And I think that's a great idea. And I think we should do that. Yeah,
that's so much fun. Because people want to cook. We learned yesterday with Suha. So if you didn't watch the Mission Mentor with Suha yesterday, you missed out. I love Suha. And she talked about how she was a guest chef at a 5-star hotel and she loves to cook and everything. And we said that she should create a show based around her cooking for EPM about like cooking with Suha. So this will be right up the alley. See, synergy already happening. Boom. But as I write this down, Darla, why don't you start talking about people operations? What is that and why is it no longer human resources?
Sure. So, people operations and culture, part of people operations is really about making the organization more effective, right? And streamlining processes and procedures, automation, and allowing employees to really be able to focus on what they're passionate about and what they enjoy doing. And so with people operations, there's a stigma with HR, right? Everyone gets scared, oh, HR's around, you got to be quiet, or, you don't want to say that, you want to be careful about what you do, or, HR needs to talk to you, people get scared, right? And I really want to erase that stigma, right? Because, HR should really be, and what people operations and culture should really be, is a resource for us to be able to empower our employees, right? That, part of people operations is also ensuring compliance and making sure that we're doing things right? And ethically, we're doing things, ethically as well. And so with that being said, my main focus for us this year is to improve some of our processes. And one of those processes that I know we have a pain, a kind of a pain point for is onboarding, right? And I know we don't like the onboarding. So we're going to rebrand the onboarding name and what that onboarding process is going to look like for our employees. You know, some of the feedback that I've heard is that, you know, after someone gets hired, they just kind of get dropped, right? They kind of go into a black hole. And so here at EPM, we really want to give the new hire a white glove approach, and we want to hold their hand throughout the process until they start, and even follow up with them after they start, right? So what I'm doing right now is meeting with hiring managers, leadership, and you know, other people that are involved in this onboarding process, just to get an understanding of what's currently happening, where do we need room for improvement, and how can we, you know, really deliver a white glove experience for our new hires that takes it to a whole nother level and just separates us from everybody else in the mortgage industry, any industry for that matter, right? And it's so important in the beginning of a new hire's journey, from the time that they accept an offer letter, to feel included, to feel engaged, to have the communication going. And what we want to do in addition to like the internet, but with that onboarding process, you know, they'll get a welcome email, and maybe, you know, if they don't start for 2 weeks, we send them, you know, links via text message that would give them videos on our culture, maybe fun things that we do, just to kind of keep them engaged, right? Because, you know, during that 2-week time period, or a week time period, or even 3 weeks, if some people have to start later, people can get disengaged. They could still be looking for jobs. They, you know, will lose interest. You know, where am I at? Where's the manager? Am I still starting in 3 weeks or 2 weeks? You know, what does that look like? Where's my equipment? Where's my logins? What am I going to expect on my first day? So we really want to pull all of that together, and that is going to be, I'm hoping to have that pulled together within the next couple weeks. So I will have a foundation. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, you can finish. I just wanted to say, do you want to give them a hint at what you're thinking about with the name? It might not be the name that you choose, but it's a cute name.
This is what I was thinking. Let me know what you guys think of it. You know, Eddie's, you know,
That's
baseball
Eddie right
and
there.
all that. Oh, hey.
He just jumped. He's trying to scare me.
Oh, okay. So, you know, we don't like the term onboarding, right? And that's so cliche in the industry and period. I was thinking we can call it EPM on deck. Instead of onboarding, it could be called on deck or EPM on deck. And I like it. I think it's different. I think it will kind of tie into some of the verbiage we already use within our culture. And I think
like
Eddie
the players,
will like it.
Right? Like we call everybody players. But see, when you're from Atlanta,
We
like
have
I
new
feel like
players.
Players feels like a different word to me. I'm like, oh, I'm not a player.
The Players
but then,
Club, right?
Yeah, but everybody should know by now, I am not a person that understands sport language. So, but when you said this on deck, first of all, I went Sweet Life on deck, which is for my, younger, whatever, I don't know, people younger than me, you'll know what I'm talking about, Sweet Life on deck. But you're like, that's baseball. And I go, oh, never heard of it. But that's so funny because you have the on deck, which is the onboarding. And I have been told, like today, this just within the 4 hours that I've been at the office, already been told 4 times about onboarding needs to be changed. And I said, well, that's what Darla's working on. That's a big thing. And I know Christy said employee engagement is another thing. And that is something that I'm working on a lot. And so one of the ways in this onboarding that we are thinking of pulling culture and onboarding together is to create, and this is an idea that we're floating around right now, is this idea of cohorts of different people that you create, like a support group of people to kind of go to, right? Where you have like different things that you'll do together, like the 4 core training you'll do together, or other things. So where you come in as well. And because if you report to an office, it's easier to feel connected to the idea of it all. When you are a remote employee, it becomes a bit more difficult because you're not around people and you only see everybody virtually. So it becomes a bit more connected. You can get lost in your work. And so, but the goal is that we want people to feel engaged and that they want to show up to do an amazing job. But clearly you're doing an amazing job, everybody, because, we're thriving as a company. So your work is really showing. But more than just that, we want to create like a support system, like when I was a freshman in college, we had freshman learning communities, and I went around with the same people the first semester, and it made you feel more connected. You had more, you felt like you had friends immediately. You learned to get to know each other. So it's going to be a deck crew, right, if you will.
Yeah.
So, or the we're gonna, I don't know sports language, so someone's gonna have to help me there, but something that kind of merges those two ideas. So that's another part of it. So, because that's one of the cool things about you, Darla, and is that we think very similarly when it comes to connectivity and how it works. So,
absolutely, and I know that we'll be able to get this down in no time, between culture and, people operations and us coming together, to unite and really be able to, I don't know, get more people engaged, like you were saying, right? How can we get more remote people engaged or have them feel like they're more included? And that's, I think, a struggle that a lot of companies have. I don't think it's just, an EPM thing.
right.
But if there are any remote employees out there that have ideas that they would love to suggest, I am open to them. I'm open to everyone's ideas. I feel that the people, we wouldn't be here without all of you guys, right? And so your input is very valuable and it's very important. I know it is to me, and I know it is to the leadership team, and I know Eddie values everyone's, honesty and opinions and ideas too. And so I want to encourage that. I want, our family to encourage speaking up, encourage sharing ideas, because if we don't have ideas, how can we become better?
Right. And if we don't have dissenting opinions, how can we come better, right? I always like to think of these things as harmonious. So sometimes I'm a very harmony-driven person. So sometimes to create harmony, you kind of have to rub that friction. You have to get that friction going and kind of just figure out how it's going to merge together more perfectly, because then you can get a better picture because you're more willing to say, okay, compromise. Oh, okay. Clarence Jackson. Clarence said, I think we should have a 1 weekend out of the year for everyone to meet somewhere, like a family reunion, since we are all in different places. I totally agree. And we're trying to figure out the logistics of that. Me and LA, specifically LA, has been thinking about this for a while now. John said, I think training that requires cooperation between roles that already work together would be helpful. Maybe have closers, LPs, funders, LOs share what they have to do to get a loan closed so we better understand our teammates' roles. I absolutely agree. It's really difficult for me sometimes to make a connection because with some things is I just don't know what loan officers do. I don't know what closers do. And I want to learn. I want to know what servicing does. I need to know. I feel like, and I'm just going to be really real, under the tutelage before, right? I feel like under how we operated before, it was just a lot of showiness. Like, look what we can do. Look what we can do. Event, Zoom call, email, do, go. But there are certain times of the months as we find like, there's just not much engagement because people are so plugged into their work. And and that's awesome. That is not actually a problem. That if people are saying like, just give me a week to like focus on this work because it's so overwhelming. Jennifer, I absolutely agree. I would love to do volunteer work with the community. That is definitely on my list of things that we're going to do. Taking the lives, not loans, even bigger. Working in homelessness communities and things like this as well. So yes, Jennifer, me and you gonna talk on Tuesday. Anyway, so, but I want to do something that makes us feel more quality, like the things that we're getting is quality. It's not just about if I need to show up, I've been traveling a lot and talking to people. And we have an opportunity now to really do some different things. So what about EPM University or classes that offer knowledge share training coaches? Yeah, so EPM University is in the works as well. So thank you, Christy. I know Shalonda, you did suggest that a few months ago, and Shalonda and Danae and Jennifer, we will talk, all three of us. And volunteering is a thing we need to do.
Also, just maybe a lot of people don't know this yet, but we do have another executive vice president of learning and development or training and development that's going to be joining us in a couple of weeks. And him and I will be working very closely to come up with, a course structure and a training program for, all of the different positions, right? making sure that we get all of the departments together. I mean, I had a classic example today where I was guilty of, not including the licensing department in a certain process. And I didn't even think about it. But once I got on the phone and met with licensing, and we were able to, talk things out and collaborate, we came up with some other really great ideas, like checklists, for licensing with unlicensed and licensed loan officers. And so I just think that I'm really big on collaboration. I'm really big on ideas and talking things out. And so I just want people, I want our family to know that, I'm not only here just to make sure that we're in compliance and that we're following laws. I'm also here, to listen and to empathize and to, just help engage and empower everybody, and that starts internally. And like we were saying with the volunteer work, we also want to continue that outside of work too, right? In our communities and live and breathe it, and if we live and breathe it, it's not hard. It comes naturally.
And we're leaning a lot into the empowering people more, EPM, and people is in and out within the organization and outside the organization as well. So it's all kind of coming to fruition. We just have to remember, and the thing is that everybody on this call too, is we just have to remember that EPM, we have seen such a tremendous amount of growth in such a short period of time. And so we're still very much in a trial and error type of phase. So we're seeing what works, what doesn't work. But the thing is that we all want to be better. We all want to do better. We want to be empowered more, right? Like we want to feel our jobs. We want to feel like we can show up and be a family. And we're getting, so I'm going to read some of these, sorry. But yeah. I have a chat up, so it throws me off when I'm talking. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe we need to, what I was saying a while ago is maybe we not have, events the last week when everybody's super busy, or we have that's when we have a virtual happy hour. Everybody's like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. Let's just log on to this and have some fun for a second and do whatever, but then cut back on the amount of empower hours that we have. Do we have to do it every week? We don't need to have quantity, but if it's quality, then we'll feel more invested in what we're actually doing. So we're really excited. But Greg said,
let's ask the audience right now, if we had less of some of the events and we kept it more quality focused and had maybe 1 or 2 instead of weekly, do they think that we would have more engagement?
Because my mind is you have the compliance side and the HR side and all of this. And exactly. Yeah. Detailed directory. So Greg is saying, I'm thinking compile a list of people, roles, and telling newbies who to call. I think I need that personally, because I still don't, I've been here almost a year now. And I still am where do I send this? Christy is always.
We need that too. Yeah, we need a cheat sheet. I was talking with licensing about that today, about having a cheat sheet not only for unlicensed LOs and licensed LOs, but just for people in general, new hires that start. These are the key players. These are the specific department heads that you would go to, for X, Y, and Z. Just kind of like a welcome cheat sheet, maybe. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
and hopefully we have an organizational chart. I'll look into that.
Yeah, no, we don't. And so we should.
But you know what? Honestly, ADP might have one automatically generated. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should look into that. And then Todd said something that the friction comment was good because of crucial confrontation. And I read that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So yes, Todd. Organizational chart. And I 100% agree. So that was the first thing. So me, you, Fraser, LA, and a few, we all kind of met earlier this week or last week. Honestly, my week this is a secret. This is how, and I'm just kidding. Anyway, but we met, and that was one of the things. It's, we really want quantity. Eddie said to me, you can't over communicate. And at first I go, yes, you absolutely can. Yes, you absolutely can. And he said, no, I don't mean in quantity of communication. Yes, you can send too many texts. Yes, you can send too many emails. Yes, you can get on people's nerves with the amount of things that you're doing. But in quality of communication, you can't over communicate. And that's what we're striving to. And and I'm like, yes, that 100% is true. If you are given quality information, you cannot over communicate. But if you are jamming something down somebody's throat, there's not a connection. And that's what I'm excited. Me, you, and then the other new EVP are really coming in, are really going to have an opportunity to breathe fresh air into how we approach a lot about what we're doing with culture, growth, and, people operations, like all three of us are going to be such a wonderful team to really head this up. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I am excited too. And I'm excited for everyone that's going to be a part of it and witness it and grow with it.
Yeah. And we're thinking about creating, so, before culture kind of lived with me, LA, Adair, and Eric, right? That was kind of like, we owned culture. Well, I don't actually own any culture. You don't own any culture. We own culture altogether. Like, we are all the culture. Nobody actually owns this. And I don't want people to look at me and say, well, you did this idea and it was like that. First of all, I don't need any recognition. I don't care. My mind is on, what do you want? What do we want? What do we want all together? What is fun for all of us? Is there opportunities to be a bit more vulnerable where you feel like you can connect better? Is it just having fun? Yes, we want to have fun, but how do we bridge all of us together? Because if we're working as much as we're working and we're real people and we're empowered to be our real selves, what does that actually look like in the workplace in 2021? Virtual, what does that actually look like? And that's where my mind is at. So sorry, we're getting with emphasis. I'm sorry, we got a lot of. So what about business networking events? And I have to lean in my old eyes. I'm aging now.
I do too.
We all have to talk about that. That's not our role, Chris.
The business networking, is that Frank?
I'm not the best networker. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, business. No, that's Christy. But Frank and Fraser, and I'm not really sure. We're still, And then Danae said, with emphasis on how we embrace our own unique, how we do things, our culture, and why we do things. Exactly, and that's what I feel is missed. I just feel like I really understand Eddie in a different way. So next week on Mission Mentor, I get to interview him, and I'm very excited. I hope you all watch, because I know Eddie pretty well. I've been observing him for a year, and I understand his brain. We think a lot of like, so I'm very excited but it's exactly it. Own unique is one of our four core. We put an emphasis on show the way. It's easy to do, and struggle well is controversial for people. But own unique is a real one, because I like to talk about this idea that we're all little flowers on this vine, the vine of life, and we all bloom and we all have our individual beauty. And without that individual beauty, we just wouldn't be a whole, we're not a whole body of people. So make our culture our brand and share that in the world. That's exactly what we're doing, Christy. We literally are about to take this national. So I'm super excited. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Anyway, sorry, I'm very passionate about this, Darla. You're very passionate about it. It's very awesome to hear you. So I've got another question. Oh, actually, just kind of going. What is people operations? What are some of our initiatives, and where's the culture growing? How do we? I'm just overwhelmed with emotion right now. I lost my place completely on my notes.
You're good.
Anyway, so I'll let you talk again. I'm just like throwing out words, vomiting.
I like it. You're good at that. You're good at talking and communicating and being bubbly, and I love it. It motivates me. Just your personality and your body language and everything is encouraging.
Thank you. Ever since I was a kid, I'm talking about me now, but ever since I was a kid, my biggest drive in life has always been how to create harmonious relationships with the people around me. And that came about for really deep reasons, but it's just I never really felt connected to the world. I just always felt like I was living in the clouds. I was just always this kid who was just walking to their own beat of their own tune, and just kind of like off and over here. You told me, I'm just doing my own thing, like they, playing baseball, and I'm like picking flowers and throwing them up and catching them, but that's just a little silly thing. But, always, from a young age told how weird I was or whatever. And so I had to, for survival technique, learn how to create harmony around. Do you need to ground more sometimes, Blaine? Yes, and I have those moments, and I get those moments, but I love being in the clouds. I love who I am. And so my biggest thing is creating harmonious relationships. And so I feel really excited and when I get to talk about this, ideas and stuff, creating groups of people that feel like they are connected to each other, not just having to show up. Like, we all have to work. We get it, right? We all have to work. And we hear it all the time. Why not like what you do, whatever? But, I'm like, well, if I like the people that I'm around, if I like who I'm seeing, and I've never worked at a company before where I felt like I loved so many people. I genuinely get excited when I see the names pop up in the chats, or it's all virtual, or see people on because it's like, is Liz on today? I got to look for, is Jean on, right? Is Todd on? All these people, and I'm looking, as I genuinely care, and I'm so excited to get to talk about this. And you genuinely care as well. You have a background in this. You have where Liz is on. Anyway. Hey, Liz.
Well, do you want to talk a little bit about the ideas that we've been throwing around with, like, a culture committee? I've even thought about an ideas club.
Yeah. So
but maybe that could be part of the culture committee.
Yeah. So me, LA, and Eric and Adair felt like we were this clique, right? Like, we owned culture, and we came up with these ideas, and I don't know. That's just, but now what we're doing now, LA and Adair are doing more marketing. Eric has left the company, and so what the culture team had been for the last few months is now no longer. And it's just, you're coming in, you're new, and I feel like it's a lot on me. I'm very, very excited to have you. But still, this is how I feel. So we came up with this idea together with the culture committee, right? Like, this was an idea, like, where you have different people from different offices, from different aspects of the company, people kind of like, right? And that what you said, like, like, you have like the various time zones, different, parts or whatever, just different people with, like, who can kind of be there to talk about, like, this is what's going on in this area. This is what it's like here. This is what we're doing here. And just kind of brainstorm ideas and be like, what can we do to better this? And that way it doesn't live with just one person, but that it's representative of all. It's kind of like a diversity and inclusion council, but
but then also they can help assist with culture initiatives in our offices, or if we have like a remote person that wants to be a part of the committee, that can come up with, gather feedback from our remote folks, that on ideas to bring the culture and the people more together, and just to increase more culture. But then also, it will pull us together. Eventually, when we have like the intranet, or if we do the town halls, it will be nice to see, what the other offices are doing on a monthly basis, right? And what are they doing to drive culture, whether it's in the office or in the community, right? And so I'm hoping that we can start something like that, just so that way it will bring all of the offices together, under this committee, and we can get ideas from different offices, and hear other people's voices, and make some improvements, make some changes.
Exactly. It doesn't just live with one person. There's Eddie again. Eddie is hilarious.
Why doesn't he come say hi?
I have the door shut. He can't get in.
Oh, okay.
But Eddie CEO and Eddie the person is two different people, and I love both of those people. I'm so grateful to know Eddie. But anyway, that's besides the point. But you're absolutely right, because it can't just live with one person. It can't just live with 4 people. It is an expression overall, and we because culture is just automatic. It's just what is gonna, culture is kind of what you kind of do, right? And so if we are in this empowering people more place, and I'm sorry, Eddie, it's throwing me off.
Is he bothering you?
Yeah. Oh, he's gone now. Okay. Anyway. So we were thinking that, like for instance, Jennifer, Vivier, and Methuen, I got it right. If you're there, I got it right. They're doing, she was reached out yesterday. She's like, hey, we're having this car wash on Saturday, which is tomorrow. Can you please share this with the company, because we would love the support? Absolutely. That's what we need. It's a care wash. If you haven't heard about it, go check out your team's portal, where where you can click on it and donate some money, $5, $1, just something to help out. It's going to an organization called Adam's Present, or something like that. Adam's Presence. I'm not sure, but you can go check that out, or go to their Instagram, EPM_NE for New England, and look at that, because they are going to work hard. They worked hard on science that they created. And so that's another thing that we're talking about, like what's going on. It's like a newsletter is what we really need. Like what is happening around the world, not just what did I do? I don't think y'all care about what I did, right? What are y'all doing? What is going on in your neck of the woods? And how can we make you, get that spotlight a little bit more?
And I think the internet will be also a really good tool to bring people together, to bring the offices together, to know what the other, offices are doing and the people in the offices are doing. At least, at prior companies I've worked at, the way that the internet can be launched and the way that it can be built can even be built like a social media platform, where people go into the internet and they can access all of their software applications, everything from the internet. We had at TMS, we had our own social media profiles. It was like Facebook for employer, right? For the company. And everyone had their own profile that kind of looked like a Facebook profile. And, maybe there were 8 or 10 different things about you, right? When do you prefer to be contacted most? Are you a morning or evening person? How do you like to be contacted? What's your favorite food? Different things. But then you can also, your kudos can go there, right? So maybe we get Kazoo integrated into the internet, and as people give people, kudos and props, those can get put onto a feed on the internet. So everyone can see the kudos that people are getting. And then we could have the university access to the internet where, as Julian starts to build out learning modules and training how-tos and all that kind of stuff, employees in our family will be able to go through the internet to be able to pick those topics up or those ideas up. Or if you need a certain document, I feel that, or a library, maybe we need a library document as well. So I'm looking forward to working with just the different department channels too, to share and collaborate and how we can, not only with the internet, but all of our resources and tools, how can we bring everybody together and continue to do that?
I am so excited, Darla. You don't even, well, I think you do know. I think I tell you like at least so far, I've told you like 3 times a day or something. I feel like we have an opportunity here. There's some talk about an internet. Yeah, we have, I just feel like a Samir, I feel like, can you make us a social media site? Can you do that? Can you create this, Samir, from your mind and bring it out?
Can you make us, EPM's Facebook for employees?
We can come up. I mean, he's working on the TPO portal, right? Aren't y'all building that out? His team? I'm not sure. Forgive me if I misspeak, but Samir, can you help us? I see on. But yes. So thank you again, Darla. I am just beyond excited because I feel like we're like in a new era. So there's going to be a press release released about you next week that I got to write, which I'm so grateful to have. And that's what I titled it. APM is ushering in a new era. This is people operations. This isn't human resources. This is like, how do we work better? How do we work smarter, as you say, How
do we come together as a tribe to succeed, right? Empower each other, succeed, be happy.
Be more efficient and communicate more directly. See, that's the thing about it with me. It's like, I have worked, like Salim is great at direct communication. I don't know if he's on or if anybody knows Salim, but Salim is great at just coming out and saying exactly what he needs. And that's wonderful. You don't have to, and I think that's what we need, just, more efficiency and more directness and more connectedness and without making it forced.
I agree.
I don't want to tie people. I don't want to stand over here and be like, join. That's just not how I operate. It's like, oh my God, I want you on. Why? Because I want to see you. I want your value,
Yeah, I agree.
What
else do we want to talk about? Does anyone else have any questions for me? Any suggestions? Maybe another question, another idea? I'm all for it. Don't be scared.
Say it. Or you can reach out to Darla privately.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
To have
maybe you don't want to put it here. Yeah.
Or you can reach out to me as well. Greg is great at telling me, hey, I got this idea. Da, 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 da. He lists it out. It's great. And then, we build, I love that. I love Greg's ideas. I love when people come to me with ideas or they say, hey, you did this or whatever. I love it. Feedback is wonderful. It helps me as a person with anxiety. It helps me know what works. And now I have this awesome office. And so now you can come visit me if you're in the home office or call me, whatever. We can have private conversations too. So just like Darla, I'm here for you as well.
Absolutely. Anything else?
Does anybody have anything? How are y'all feeling? Like we're not doing the whole Empower Hour live. This is different. This is a different talk.
I like the EPM cookbook thing. And
I
even
love
if,
that.
we can, even if we don't have a cookbook yet, if we could even, if there's a way that we can share like maybe someone submits recipes, a healthy recipe every month that's like one of their favorite dishes, and if they could submit that to us, where could we share that with everybody in the team right now, or in the company?
Yeah, well, we can always email culture@epm.net to give ideas too. But we can figure that out. LA, I don't know if y'all know LA, he is a resourceful. So LA, if I need LA to help me think about ideas, that we can,
Okay.
I don't have an answer exactly, but, and also there's so many people. Are you going to build a team around the new ideas or will it just be through committees? Right now, I think committees as representation, that's kind of the idea, is that we want full representation from the company. So a little bit of everybody from everywhere. Casey, are you willing? Are you willing to be on one? I would like to say thanks for the culture. Blaine, LA's coming feels more like family instead of coworkers. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Clarence. Thank you. That's very nice. LA and I miss him. He's not here today. In the last 3 days, I haven't seen LA. I know nobody really cares, but Danae, yes, of course, girl. Aside from the Halloween decorating test, can we have more like that? Like decorating your space?
Yeah, do we do contests for that? Like say the office that has the best decorations, or like a cubicle contest or something?
Yes.
Do we do that?
So we have your workspace decoration, because you have your workspace at your home. It's you have your if you come to an office, you have your space in the office. So did I just hear a dog?
That's my dog, sorry. That's my old 14-and-a-half-year-old dog.
And it's Coco, right?
Yes. Yeah,
okay, the other day we were in a meeting and I literally said, before you knew, after I got out, I messaged and I said, just to let you know, if you ever talk to Darla, she's got a dog named Coco. I was telling people so they knew. I was like, asked to see her dog. Anyway, so yeah, so Liz, let's talk, me and you. I don't really understand what you're saying. We definitely want to do that Halloween decorating contest. We want to do it for the holidays as well, around the end of December, maybe the new year. Maybe we can do more. We don't have to, we can have more fun decorating if you want to.
And then maybe whoever, like the office that, has the best cubicle decorations or something, they can get a pizza party in the office, or I don't know, or they get obviously a prize. We have to give them a prize.
I love costumes. See, I'm not an interior decorator. I'm not like my mind doesn't think about interior spaces. It just doesn't. But costumes though, I want to dress up. I'm like, can we really dress up? Can we have like different things going on at the same time? I love costumes. I love dressing up.
Me too.
But Christy, not with that attitude. She said we no longer have as much space to decorate now. Yeah, but you have space. And you have your house, Christy. I'm just picking on Christy. We had cubicle walls.
We had cubicle walls
before. They did. I know. It's a point of contention for people in the home office. But last year we had people decorate, or I forget what it was, but we had people decorating their houses as well. So it was like, if you decorate your house or your workspace, just something, you could just submit something that you had decorated to be included in this. Christy said, and drawers, actual drawers. Yeah, that's a home office problem. Christy, we know. Yes. Anyway, but does anybody else have anything to say about people operations and culture, ideas, thoughts, concerns, not just about drawers. And I just want to say to everybody too, like, thank y'all so much for what about culture theme weeks? Yes, I love that
Oh
idea.
yeah.
That'd be so fun. I always wanted, do you remember when you were a kid? Maybe this is specific to the region that I grew up in, but we had red ribbon, tongue-tied, red ribbon week. And we would come, like Monday would be like pajama day, and then Tuesday would be like crazy, something day. And then the next, you had like different things. I've always wanted to do that at a company. I want to be able, you could.
Why don't we do something like that? Like maybe on a Friday we do like a theme day, like maybe once a month on a Friday we do a sports day, or I don't know, different themes, aloha day. I don't know.
I was thinking thank you, Adrian, for coming to us from Hawaii. We can include you. We're gonna come visit. Aloha Fridays would be so perfect,
They would.
So yeah, I think that'd be so wonderful. That's what they do there. See, Adrian, we had to come visit. Yes, that sounds like fun. That would just be, something to involve. I love the idea of a cookbook, says Trish.
Yeah.
Awesome. Trish, I was talking about you earlier. So glad to see you on. So amazing to be able to connect in these ways, even though we work in different offices. Yeah, I agree. I think a cookbook would be really cool. I personally don't cook, but everybody could submit like a recipe. I also want to do like a t-shirt design contest too, with the 4 core. I've been thinking about this for a while, where when we
potlucks, I think maybe after COVID we could do potlucks.
Yeah,
right,
that's the thing. And also specific to the offices too, but maybe we could Zoom each other when we do it. There's so many things that we could do in a virtual world.
Yeah.
Dang Rona. Yeah, but we're working.
Seriously.
We're excited. We are plugged in. We are here for you, and we're here with each other. So,
and we'll be visiting the offices soon, right, Blaine?
Yes.
We will be doing a little tour.
That's the first thing. Yeah, a little tour. The Blaine and the Darla and Blaine show. No, just kidding. No. So that was the first thing. She's like, "What do you do, Blaine?" And I said, "Actually, I want to tell you what I want to do." And the first thing I said is I want to travel more, not just to come do videos. So like in Jersey and Orlando, like we came and it was like a rush because we did videos. That's fun. And I want to do some in Methuen and anywhere, Hawaii. But lost my train of thought, dang it. But I do want to go work in these offices, for a few days to get to know everybody and to know, like, when I went to Jersey, meet Melissa Russo, like she was awesome. She connected with me, started telling me about her life and what she's been going through lately. And it was just so cool. I got a different experience. It's, I love that. I love meeting new people, love meeting you in person. I thrive that way. So when I came to you and I was like, this is what I want to do. By the end of the day, you said, this is what we're going to do. And I said,
we'll be coming to an office near you.
Yeah. Darla and Blaine. Okay, last question, and then we'll get off. But this is a silly question. I have to know. So in one of the chats that we had as a group chat, LA sent a gift to you of Darla from the Little Rascals.
Yes.
Okay. How often does that happen? And does it absolutely grind your gears? So how do you feel about being stinking, what is, Darla from...
Darling Darla, I hate your stinking guts, like they say in the movie, right?
Yeah, you make me want to vomit.
Funny. Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's funny. I was named after Darla from the Little Rascals, so I'm pretty used to it.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was. But
like awesome.
A lot of younger people don't really know about the Little Rascals, except for like the newer movie that they had out probably like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was it the 90s that they did a remake of it or whatever? Which was super cute. I like the movie, the new movie. But it doesn't bother me. I think it's funny.
That's the same. My name actually comes from my name is Blaine. Hi everybody. It's great to meet you. My name's Blaine. I actually get that. My mom was 16 when she had me, and she was obsessed with 16 Candles with Molly Ringwald.
Yes.
And she wanted to be with Blaine. I think it was 16 Candles. I can't remember, honestly. Molly Ringwald's movies all blurred together. But she wanted to date somebody named Blaine, and or her best friend, John Cryer, Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, Pretty in Pink. And he was like, Blaine, what is that? Some kind of appliance or something? Anyway, I hear that all the time and it never gets on my nerves. I love it so much because it's actually
Yeah.
where, yeah, Adrian. Hey, yo, Adrian. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We all have those names.
Rocky.
But I had to know. I literally was like, Ellie, how could you do that? I thought it was hilarious. So I'm glad to
Yeah,
know
I
that
thought it
doesn't
was
bother
funny
you.
too. That's why I said, I hate your
You're
stinking guts
thinking,
after
yeah,
it.
good. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for being so willing to do this and be vulnerable today. I thought this was such a cool way to put you in front of the company and to introduce you with all the changes that have been going on. So welcome, Darla, to EPM, and message her on Teams, send her a kazoo, whatever. We are so happy you're on board. I am so happy you're on board. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode
Yes,
of
thank you everybody for
Empower Hour
joining.
Live. Yes, thank you all. We will see you next week.
Bye.